Well, hello, all you cool cats out there. It's time for another epic episode of Figure Friday. And as always, I'm your host, The Wolf25, and as you can see, it's that special time of the week where we spend some quality time together and basically nerd out about all things figure, Funko, merchandise, memorabilia related of all kinds, shapes, colors, and sizes. You better believe anything of that sort you're going to find right here on this channel. Now, before the holy moments and the good times, before they can get rolling, please, if you haven't already, please do your boy a favor and go grab something to eat, something to drink, a snack if you want to, or if you haven't had dinner, feel free to have that now, because I want you guys to feel as at ease and, just relaxed as possible. You know what? Let me just go ahead and scoot that down. There we go. Beautiful. And not to worry about me, folks. I just finished dinner not too long ago, and of course, I had me some something to drink right here. So please go ahead and help yourselves, and I'll be here waiting. It's absolutely no rush, folks. We got nothing but time tonight, and I hope you guys know that. This actually gives me a good chance to stretch. Because man, I gotta tell you, the ending of work, oh man, about killed me. Oh man. Not because, well, I mean, it's true. What job isn't dangerous? But either way. Oh yes, indeed. Oh yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Also, I do hope that you guys are making sure that you're keeping safe out there, because again, I just want to reiterate, the COVID scare is still kind of out there, and I want to make sure that you guys are taking the necessary precautions, because I mean, still remember wash those hands. That's always a big thing. Remember to maintain 6 feet apart, and of course to wear your masks. Now, um, it's true that hey, if you've already been vaccinated, that's good for you. That's good for you and everything. But I mean, it's just like if you have to, just please do whatever. Keep wearing your mask. It's a safety thing. So please, come on, help me out, just so that way we can help each other out. We're all trying to get the world back to normal. I mean, slowly but surely, we're getting there. So please, if you don't mind, for me, please wear your mask, okay? Oh, of course, of course, of course. Let me get a swig of this wig here. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Phone's going off. I don't know why my phone's going off. Oh, it's an Amber Alert. Okay. Oh, well, that sucks. I mean, I'll be on the lookout for that vehicle. I hope that all works out, honestly. But as you can see, folks, we have hit that 3-minute marker, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. And I want to say hello and welcome back for those just joining us, or if you're going to be watching this as a highlight, welcome as well. And I do hope that you're ready, because it's ladies' night tonight, folks. Yes, you heard me right. It's all about ladies tonight, because we're going to be introducing a pair of beauties hailing from the world of Caps, Iron Men, and Groots. Of course, one of them is a calculated, blue-faced beauty, and the other is a deadly assassin, the first of her kind in this particular series of that character. So, I invite you guys sit back, relax, kick your feet up. Take a deep breath, just relax, hang out, vibe with your boy, and of course, because as you know, it's just you, me, and the merchandise of tonight. So, why don't we just go ahead and get started, huh? Get into the nitty of the gritty. So, first up, I thought that we can go ahead and introduce our first lovely lady of the night. She really knows her way around sort of pushing through those walls that really like to keep everybody out. So, ladies and gents, please a big hand, and please a big Wolfpack welcome to Miss Katherine Pride, aka the Shadow Cat. That's right, folks. That's right. The matter-facing assassin has made her debut on this fine Friday evening. But as you can see, folks, this is actually the Age of Apocalypse version of Miss Pride. And of course, after running through, all these walls outside and around, doing all these laps and everything to my house, I was able to catch her, and thankfully she agreed to let me tell her tale. So, if you want, please pull up a chair, because it's so gracious. Ooh, thank you. Nice. Sorry. I apologize for the plastic noise, folks. Sorry about that. Just trouble getting her out of there. Okay. There she is, folks. Miss Katherine Pride. Now, I know what you're thinking, folks. Why does she have such a mean mug on her face? Well, I mean, there is a reason for that, and it's all in her history. So please join me now as we talk a little bit of story about her. Now, Miss Pride here actually lived in the suburbs of Illinois, and she kept her mutant abilities, for a secret, because she wasn't really sure if like the world would accept her or the fact that she was a mutant. And when Apocalypse actually began gathering mutants, Kitty's parents were surprised to find a team of infinites, or like sort of like different types of beings, at their door, who were ready to actually like they're sort of like the people who work for Apocalypse, who go door to door, seeking out other mutants and bringing them to him. And of course, they were ready to take their daughter away. Now, her parents did protest, but unfortunately, they were murdered. But Kitty actually phased out of the house and ran. Later on, unfortunately, she was captured by Sabretooth, and she was discovered during a mutant sweep in the old ruins of Chicago. But before he could take her back to Apocalypse, the X-Men's Colossus actually freed her. And during that time, Kitty became the youngest member of the X-Men, and Magneto at the time left her training to Weapon X, which is Logan or Wolverine, for those who want to keep up with that sort of stuff. And he was actually secretly preparing her to become the X-Men's first ghost assassin. And of course, she was given metallic claws that were similar to Wolverine's. Hold on. There's actually a pair that she comes with. So basically, she was given these little things right here. They don't come out of her hands, or between her knuckles like Wolverine does. It's the fact that like where these little silver gauntlets are right here, it's where they would actually hook in, and then the claws would actually be attached to them. Let me just put one on for you real quick. There we go. Dang, bang, and bang. Hang on, folks. If this joint cooperates. There we go. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Don't worry, folks. All right, that's all right. I got it. Actually, that was my fault because I didn't secure the joint. That was my fault. There we go. See, that's basically what would happen. These are they're sort of like her makeshift claws. It's just when being a ghost assassin in the world of Apocalypse running around, you have to be able to sort of take any advantage that you can. And that was hers. But her training, she actually took very seriously, but she took it steady at the same time. And when Logan and Jean Grey actually left the X-Men, Kitty lost her mentor and sort of began to question her role on the team. My apologies. And she was actually searching for someone to bond with. And that was when she turned to Colossus. And over time, the more time they spent together, they actually developed a strong relationship and eventually got married, And I mean, I'm not even kidding. They really did get married. And after a battle during which Colossus was actually frozen, the two of them decided to retire from the X-Men. Oh my goodness, Sprite, what are you doing to me? My apologies, folks. I apologize. And at the time, also, Magneto offered a sort of different solution, asking them if they wouldn't mind training the next generation of mutant warriors. And Kitty, at the time, she wanted to walk away from from the training, from the X-Men altogether. But her husband accepted Magneto's offer, so he couldn't just let the next generation be brought up in the wrong. So he stepped up and did what was necessary. And during one training session, Magneto actually arrived and asked them to go to the Seattle core and free a mutant which was capable of time travel. This mutant was actually Colossus' sister, Illyana. And Shadowcat and Colossus actually sent the students to find Illyana while they secretly phased in the back. And lo and behold, they found her, but were discovered in the process. And Colossus chose to leave his students behind and command that Kitty phase the three of them out of the core. So he kind of took the coward's way out. But I mean, it's all part of it, honestly. When you're faced with a difficult situation, it sucks, yes, because I mean, I feel like he could have stayed there, being the leader that he should have been. Yeah, he should have stayed there. But that's just me, folks, honestly. And realizing that her husband actually become obsessed only with saving his sister, Kitty actually started back for the students, and Colossus stepped in front and refused to let her go and told her to take Ileana to safety. Now, Colossus returned hours later, but by himself. Shadowcat actually believed that her husband may have betrayed the students and left them to die in order to reunite with his sister. And I mean, that's kind of a low blow, honestly. Like, I understand family is everything, but if you got a team behind you, then you need to stick with them and be the leader and the mentor that you know you can be. But that's just me, folks. That's just me talking. And at the time, Colossus and Shadowcat actually delivered Ileana to Magneto. When Colossus discovered that Magneto planned to use Ileana to change the timeline up into one where his sister was actually dead, he became enraged. Now, Kitty, believing her husband would never hurt her, she stepped in front of him to try to calm him down. But instead of phasing, she stood her ground, and unfortunately, Colossus actually crushed her to death, ending her life. That was honestly, I feel like that's a tragedy, honestly, in my book, because I know they had a strong relationship, only to have it crushed by the significant other, and it just, dang, that really sucks. Terrible, honestly terrible. But as I said, folks, really the only other like accessory that she came with was another of the makeshift claws that she was given. And she did come with two interchangeable hands, but they're mainly fists. And unfortunately, I couldn't really find any cool facts about her. I mean, other than the fact that like her and Colossus actually ended up getting married in this timeline also. Now, I don't really know if they actually got married in other timelines or other alternate timelines. I mean, I do apologize about that, folks, really. But being that said, honestly, this was sort of to me like a story of like kind of like a lover's loss, if you will, because Shadowcat, she really loved Colossus. Like, really, you could tell she did. I mean, it's just only to kind of have her heart broken by the one that she gave her heart to. It really, really breaks mine, honestly. That really sucks. Like, I feel for Shadowcat, really. Kenny, good evening, good sir. I do hope that you're well. Whew. Let me get a swig here before we move on, folks. I just want to get a little swig here. I'm sorry. I'm just vibing over here because this music is really good. Oh, goodness. Oh, the Sprite's already coming back to get me. Whew. Oh, boy. Let me just put Miss Cat here. Don't phase through the bed, please. Shadow, if you just stay there, okay? I promise. We'll be done in just a minute. Okay. So, next up, we're actually going to be introducing a blonde bombshell who hails from the world of a very important and age-old question. What if? Now, hold on. Ask yourself, what if a daughter of a mad titan actually turned her life around and became a better person while not following his rule? You have to ask yourself that question. So, let's give another big hand, folks, another big hand, an official Wolfpack welcome to Miss Nebula. That's right, folks. That's right. The blue-faced badass has made her debut this fine Friday evening once again, and looking stunning as ever. Now, as I said, this is the what-if version of her character, which is sort of similar, but at the same time, a lot different. So, hey, why not ask her some questions about her history? Heck. And yes, she does come with a weapon, so I have to remember to watch what I say because I'm not trying to get blasted, especially not in front of my folks, my friends here. Heck. So please, Nebula, if you don't mind, I'd very much like for you to just say hello to the folks and let them have a look at you. Because, like I said, it's looking stunning as ever, rocking her heist outfit, and of course the epic blonde hair. I think she looks good with blonde hair, really. Now, that's not to say that like the first version of her, which is like bald and more technical looking. I'm not saying that's not a badass version of her. It's just I think she looks better with hair. That's just me. Honestly. That's just me. And she does come with two interchangeable hands and one accessory. Now, it's story time, folks. So please hold your seats because here we go. Now, after Thanos actually invaded her home and destroyed her life, and at the time took her to train her to become a killer and an assassin, she was actually turned to the side of good by T'Challa the Star-Lord at the time. Now, because this was actually coming in episode, I think it's episode 2, if I remember right, when T'Challa became Star-Lord. But while at the time in a bar setting, when Drax was taking pictures with T'Challa, Nebula approached him and was displeased due to her father's presence. Now, though T'Challa said that they should try to reconnect, since Thanos at the time had actually changed also, he abandoned his quest for the Infinity Stones, and he took a job in that same bar in order to be closer to his daughter Nebula. And at the time, he was doing good. He was trying to turn his life around. But Nebula said that it doesn't change the past and pointed to a necklace that T'Challa was wearing, which reminded him about Wakanda, asking if he was ever going to return home or if he ever wanted to return home. And during the time, T'Challa told Nebula that Wakanda was actually destroyed in the war, according to Yondu. Yondu is another blue-faced character with the red, mohawk, shark fin-looking thing. And that actually made his father's words about the dangers of the world correct. Now, that it is true that the original Black Panther, who was King T'Chaka, told his son a long time ago that the world is a terrible place and that they should not reveal themselves to them. But that was all proven wrong. Because T'Challa, he showed the world, he showed his father that the world wasn't so bad because he was able to venture out when he was abducted by the Ravagers. But we've already spoken about that. It's about Nebula tonight. Now, Nebula actually told T'Challa and the Ravagers about something known as the Embers of Genesis, which were nutrient-rich cosmic dust with the power to basically terraform entire ecosystems, heal dying planets, and feed billions of people on millions of worlds. And now, there's a catch. The Embers, unfortunately, were in the possession of the Collector, who, in this universe, actually became a notorious kingpin in the intergalactic underworld. And, of course, that filled, filling the power vacuum, which was left by Thanos. However, at the time, Yondu rejected the plan, but told T'Challa that the Collector was too dangerous and even for the Ravagers to handle, But T'Challa was soon able to convince him to participate anyway, because in that universe, you can't really tell T'Challa anything before he converts you and then basically goads you into doing whatever you don't want to do. And at the time, T'Challa and Nebula devised a plan to infiltrate the Collector's museum by pretending to be the sellers of the orb. Now, the orb at the time, it still contained an Infinity Stone, and while others would be made the diversion for the Black Order. And of course, the Black Order, they used to be Thanos's personal guards, Proxima Midnight, and there was another one. I can't remember his name for the life of me. I know Proxima was one of them, but she's got the face tats and the spear thing, you know. But the Ravagers, at the time, they made their escape from the museum. Thanos actually stepped up to protect Nebula from Midnight, who was about to attack her and planned to stay back to let the Ravagers escape. However, Thanos was unable to best both Midnight and cull Obsidian, which forced Nebula to go back and help her father. And she was able to shoot down Midnight, but Obsidian, unfortunately, rushed towards her and began choking her. However, using the embers, Nebula actually killed Obsidian as the embers began to create large roots, taking over Nowhere. Now, Nowhere is a planet, Know and Where. It's a planet in an alternate solar system, honestly. And as Thanos and Nebula both ran away, they actually Thanos actually grabbed Nebula and jumped onto the Mandela, saving the two, making them escape to safety with the Embers of Genesis to fulfill the promise, of course, that Nebula set to herself, to T'Challa, and even to Thanos, And honestly, I felt like that episode, it was very wholesome at the time because the very first time I saw Nebula, she was cold-hearted, she was an assassin, a killer. But at the time, like I said, she was working on the evil side with Thanos when Thanos was evil. But that's just me, honestly. And in this episode, I'm glad she became a better person, and more understanding, and she was always looking out for the little people, which is a very good thing. And of course, she does come with one accessory besides the hands. She does come with this little blaster or pistol looking thing. Honestly, yeah, there you go. Yeah, see like this little blaster looking pistol thing, and of course we can store that ever so softly in the nice little holster that is right here. And bam, it looks awesome, really. Oh yes, she looks very cool, very cool. Like I said, I like that she has blonde hair. That was a nice addition by the creators, really. And what's cool is that the original voice of Nebula, like this was the only fun fact that I did find out, is that the only original voice of Nebula, which was Karen Gillian, she was actually able to revise her role in the animated series, and she voiced Nebula in it too, which was very cool in my book, because there were a lot of Avenger voices that did make their comeback in this animated series. Some were replaced. I'm not gonna lie, I was upset, but I understand. You know, you do what you got to do, right? But it is also another great series. You know, the What If series. I highly recommend it for anybody who hasn't seen it. If you have Disney Plus, watch it. You won't be disappointed. You know. But if you don't, hey, that's fine too. That's fine too. And if I spoiled anything, I do apologize, folks. Please forgive me. Okay. But I am going to go ahead and end the stream right here, folks. I will be heading over to Twitch to broadcast some gameplay. Not really sure what yet, but hey, we will see. But if you like, feel free to hit the follow button when it does appear here. Feel free to sample either one of these fine videos right here. And I look forward to seeing you guys at my next episode and next Friday. And Kenny, you be safe too, my man. You guys have a good night. And until then, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, and stay yourselves, huh? Peace.